Yeah, look at that. Thought I was joking when I said I was actually gonna go start streaming. After that totally actual stream that we had. Maybe. I forget what that thing that I just said even said. But yes, it's time for me to not play a game that... Actually, I'm kind of asking myself now. There was technically like a console generation gap between the N64 and whenever Doom 3 came out, right? Doom 3 came out on... okay, no, apparently it came out on the Xbox, so it would have been like the... what year was this? 2004. Yeah, it would have been the Xbox, GameCube, PS2 generation, I guess. So there was gotta be one generation later, but no. No, apparently it wasn't. Apparently the generational gap between Doom games happened after this, not before. But on that note, yes, it's time for me to play a game that's surprisingly only marginally, or more than just marginally, not as old as I am. To put it one way. Maybe. Maybe I should just come over here and start the game. Hang on. That's probably a good idea. That's probably something that I should attempt to do now. I actually have not attempted to capture this game with OBS before, but I kind of have to assume it'll work. I did, however, try to... did, however, run it a couple of times before just to test it, but apparently that's not really gonna matter, because it just gave me one of those, we need to install VC redistributable thing that it always has. Alright, but then it actually started up, so let's see. I can actually get this invisible display thing. There we go. Yeah, there's two. Oh jeez. Oh yeah, I should probably remember to... what the fuck? To actually not let that music continue playing, because that's not the music of the actual game that I'm going to be playing. So I'm pretty sure that that just repeated a song that it wasn't supposed to, even though, you know, because of the shuffle thing. I'm pretty sure that I already played in that shuffle cycle, but what do I know? But yes, as you can see, this is Doom 3, the BFG edition, meaning that it has a bunch of stuff included that wouldn't have been in the very first vestigial release of Doom 3, such as Doom 1 and 2, or acceptably good source ports of them, I guess you might say. Let's play some Doom regular, shall we, even though that's what I've been playing for the past like 10 or 20 streams. God, the music is different. Also, there's no sound effect when you pick up the actual health things. Or anything, apparently, for that matter. It's supposed to give like a sound effect when you try to use something and you can't actually do it. Oh yeah, it's just very, very quiet for some reason. Also, it's got more than FPS controls. And you have to use actual WASD, and oh yeah, it has that thing where... Hey guys, you're not allowed to use the red cross symbol for healing stuff in video games anymore, so you're gonna have to replace it with generic symbols now. I'm sure you won't mind. Shootgun shells. No shootgun even. I'm pretty sure there should be a way to get that on the first level. Hey, look at that. Speaking of the first level, guess we just beat the first level. That's me. Look at that frame rate. Alright, we're not actually playing through this because I already played it. So we're gonna change the game and play Doom 2 instead. Hey, look, I actually know that this thing is here now, and I actually get kind of bothered if I don't get it this time, each time. I wonder what that could be. Just gonna speedrun the first level of Doom 3 and I didn't kill anything. Alright, see you guys later. I did it, I beat the video game. Look, I did it in 20 seconds. Oh no, they saw me. I guess I better give up now. Yes, we go from instantly beating Doom 1 and Doom 2 to beating Doom 3 now. The one that I've technically never played before. So let's see, what kind of settings can we get? I'm pretty sure I already looked at this. It should be like, hey, if this thing has subtitles or something for the cutscenes, and yes, I want those on. Let's got it. Doesn't really seem to have that as an option though, but I have faith. Let's play or create multiplayer online games for not just a campaign. on Doom 3, I guess. You also have Resurrection of Evil, which has an expansion back from the original Doom 3 and Lost Mission, which only came out as a bonus thing with the BFG edition. There's no recruit, don't shoot yourself in the foot. You can hit a moving target usually. Season where you use the front lines and Nightmare, which we're not allowed to play yet, I guess. But surprisingly, there's no like very easy difficulty like you usually see in like the old Doom games. I think that was the way with Wolfenstein and with Doom originally before they came up with Nightmare difficulty. Basically, it was just very easy, normal, and hard, and then it's only after they decided to come up with Nightmare difficulty that they added that stupidly hard option. But we're playing
the Union
normal.
Aerospace Corporation is the largest corporate entity in existence. Originally focused on weapon and defense contracts, new ventures have expanded into biological research, space exploration, and other scientific endeavors. With unlimited funds and the ability to engage in research outside of moral and legal obligations, the UAC controls the most advanced technology ever conceived.
Alright, I guess we're gonna go find the vault, guys. Secretly another Borderlands stream, just a secret side story, I guess. Mars City is the gateway to all UAC stuff, and that loaded too quickly so I couldn't actually read that.
Mars approach, Darkstar with you, 07063, passing through 38,000.
Roger, Darkstar. Descend to 2000, set speed, contact ground on 26972.
Roger that, Tower.
Oh boy, that was a live stream in a live stream.
We have them on radar, sir. They'll be landing in a few moments.
Excellent. See that Counselor Swan is sent directly to me.
Yes, sir.
Tower, Darkstar on final.
Gee, well, this looks different.
We're set for lockdown. Welcome back.
I can't believe it's come to this. I didn't want to come here.
He left you no choice.
True, but this is the last time. I'm tired of running damage control every time he makes a mess.
Right. You're the control. And if that fails, I'm the damage.
If that's what it takes, the Kruger is gonna start doing things our way.
Whatever you say, Counselor.
Right, I guess that's us then. And now we get placed into his skull so that we can look through his eyes directly. Also, hang on, let me through that ugly border into the obvious window. There we go.
Welcome to Mars.
Transfers.
All new arrivals need to check in at reception.
Alright, actually wait a minute, let me see if I can change the position of the window slightly. There we go. Pretty sure the window right now is exactly the resolution that my entire second monitor is.
To expedite your processing, please proceed directly to reception.
So with the addition of the border, it kind of overflows. Outbound cargo list. You can use E to interact with the computer if you approach your interface, right? Better seal containers, shipment bins, details. To ship bins, supplies. Classified. That seems no, not a cause for alarm in the slightest. Small GS crates containing grav seal crates. Biological specimens. Alright. How about we delete the outbound stuff, or at least okay, the one that wasn't actually concerning or suspicious. Well, let's see what else there is here in this starting area. MKCN.
Off this rock, and you should too.
Yeah, so I'm sure the time will come even though I just got on this rock. Also, yeah, apparently there weren't any subtitles after all. That's a little disappointing. Hello, Nick. What's going on? I'm doing pretty alright. 120 FPS. I don't think it's actually gonna play that, but might as well. I don't think I can actually... It's actually gonna show up as anything higher than 60 on my stream either, so that might be a bit of a moot point. Oh, okay. I'll just continue. But I'm gonna have that active anyway. Perhaps next time I play the game it will actually matter, but yeah. Looks like there's no subtitles in this. Oh well.
If you're looking for someone to help you, just head to reception.
Alright. Let's see. Darkstar schematics. Active scan. Cargo log inbound. Transfer bins. Large GS crates. Metaseal containers. Small GS crates. I think we just heard that. Saw that whole list of stuff over in the other terminal. Classified biological specimens, yeah. Oh, no, the other one was shipment contents deleted. I sure do wonder. Oh shit, goddammit. Right, I just activated a Steam overlay by accident. I wonder if that's gonna be happening a whole lot. Right, because I think I need to press Shift and Tab to make that come up here. And so far I do not see that much of a reason to use Tab, at least. It just brings up the info thing. I guess no current scan target, but the question is, of course, is that the only direction I can proceed in right now? Well, this big old door on the other side is not gonna open, so I guess that's correct.
If you're staying here, watch your back.
Yeah, okay. I mean, this place looks really
Welcome
welcoming.
to Mars, Marine.
Look at this guy, he's very polite.
I'm gonna need you to step on one of those red squares on the floor for a bioscan. This'll only take a second. Okay, let me get this started.
Alright.
You're gonna need to hold still. Moving around only makes the test take longer.
Well, I'm holding still, alright.
Alright, bioscan looks good. You're cleared for entry.
Alright if you say so. No current scan target. Oh, hey, look at that. It's like a little electronic spider. It's quite unlike anything we've ever seen in these games.
Director Banks, please report to Central Administration.
Goal number 1 at the UAC is the safety and well-being of all employees and guests. To help achieve this goal, we ask you to follow all UAC corporate procedures at all
Arrive
times.
refueling, next departure, burn
Restricting your
slide up.
movement to areas for
Okay,
which you
I'm
have
guessing that
clearance.
means Oklahoma.
Always remain alert and aware of what you and others are doing.
However, Safety Awareness Month in Mars and the USC has scheduled a variety of workshops to help promote a safer working environment for everyone. Right, let's download that. Oh wait, we don't have a PDA. Sorry friend, you can't access the rest of the data. You are poor.
Provides a perfect blend of work habitats, recreational facilities, social support structures. This ensures our goal of
Right, we can
providing
go that
a
way.
true
We
home
can
away from
not
home
move this way,
experience for
I'm
everyone.
guessing.
Keep this in mind as you help us pursue our groundbreaking research that is destined
Guns
to
and
transform the
nachos.
daily lives of everyone here.
Sounds
and
like a
throughout
very,
the solar system.
very sensible
If you
publication.
need more detailed assistance, please see your Human Resources Manager. If you are a guest, you may bring up any issue with your appointed UAC liaison.
Okay, I was wondering if that was ever gonna stop. I guess it does. Mars Delta Labs, changing the face of Mars, and apparently they do use the actual face from Mars, which is an actual thing, and bringing mankind one step closer to heaven. USC, yeah, that's totally what it's gonna end up happening here. It's totally not irony in the making or
Welcome
anything.
to Mars. First time? You can just leave your bag there. I'll have it sent up to your quarters. Okay, there's a few things we need to take care of first. This is your personal data assistant. You'll need this to access all secure areas. If you get clearance for any security zones, it'll download directly. It's important, so don't lose it. I see here that Sergeant Kelly has requested your immediate attention. Head directly to Marine Command. It's just that way. Follow the signs.
Alright, does this guy have the same, hey, they know my name. Does this guy have the same face that I do, is what I was gonna ask. I'm kind of wondering if, apparently this came out for the Xbox at some point, and at another point it was like a standalone release. How they know what your name was in that case? Would they have you enter a name, or was there like another default thing that would show up? I don't know. Perform all your duties in a military manner. Just like I failed to do in real life. Welcome to Mars Marine. The best marine place you have ever seen. It's quite different from Mars Aerial or Mars Terrestrial. I'd like to take a brief moment of your time and welcome you to Watercolor Home Away from Home. Contact your supervisor for immediate assistance. Engage in technical highly secure testing and research here. Please refrain from wandering into unauthorized areas, and security team member will assist you if help is needed. Dr. William Banks. And Sergeant Kelly, report to Marine Command as soon as possible. Don't waste any time getting here. We're short on troops and I need you out on patrol as soon as possible. Alrighty then. I certainly will not waste any time. And video disc, command briefing.
Welcome to Mars, Marine. This briefing is designed to acquaint you with a few of the standard operating procedures here on the Mars base. First and foremost, chain of command. All enlisted personnel are under the command of Master Sergeant Thomas Kelly. Sergeant Kelly will assign you to a security detail headed by a security chief. Please report to your security chief for all duty-related concerns. While on duty, please stay in your assigned patrol coverage area. All PCAs have been pre-designated to provide overlapping security and maximize efficiency. All personnel must have proper authorization in assigned areas. Be sure to annotate any discrepancies on your security inspection report. Safety is integral to all operations here on Mars. Handle firearms with extreme caution. Never discharge weapons in an area that may compromise the installation's structural integrity. Remembering these procedures is paramount to your success here on Mars. Keep in mind that you represent the greatest fighting force in the galaxy, and your actions are a reflection on the Corps. Take good care, and good luck on your new assignment.
Alrighty then. Basically, walk the line, I guess. And look, in our inventory we have our fists, balled up hands that attach to the end of arms, useful for bludgeoning. Quite true, that is. We can't actually swing our fists yet, though. Yes, but now that we have a PDA, maybe we can download this dataset PDA. And now we can access that with tab. Download video discs, email. Did we get a new email? Safety Committee, Safety Awareness Month. Safety is critical to everything we do on Mars. Schedule time to attend each of these valuable workshops. Proper plasma handling. Emergency first aid. Health resources are squandered if a large pack is used and only a small pack is needed. Pro tip. Storage of weapons and ammo. Special lecture on safe storage of weapons and ammo. Fred Nilsson will be given hands-on lessons on proper targeting and strafing. I get the feeling that strafing. Okay. I get the feeling that Fred Nilsson might be a reference, but I wouldn't know to what. Emergency loss of environment. This lecture will focus on what to do if you're faced with an airlock structural failure or airlock failure. Alright, I think that's a mechanic in this. Okay, I guess that's about it for what we can do right here, right now. You can open many locked doors with your PDA or an authentic ACO key card, but not this door apparently. Or this door. You know, let alone any of the ones that say restricted access. So I guess we're just gonna leave the bag there, like that guy said. That's our face.
You better move along. It looks like you've got some important things to do.
I have processed all incoming personnel U-something449. PDA was issued to the Happy... what? To the Marine on board, and I sent him directly to Marine Command at Sergeant Kelly's request. The other two UAC reps were sent to the conference room at Betruger's request. What's that say? Supplemental. I would also like to add that the new transfer is exceedingly rude. I figured he has hovered over me, reading everything I type. Stop it. And now he's just gonna start typing that all over again. Passenger list: Mark Kasian, Jacob Cruz, Alexander Pesh, 2 security classified personal identity encoded unique Captain Prot? I don't know.
Mars City is a smoke-free facility. Please smoke only in designated areas. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay. God Black missing staff, missing scientist. Let's find out all about that. Dr. Jonathan Ishii from the Delta Science team is missing. Security is concerned that he may be injured and unable to respond to pages or return to his post. Keep an eye out for Dr. Ishii and report to USC security if he is located. I was last seen in Mars City underground approaching the airlock leading to the old communications area. Old communications area, right. There's also a big old... Oh, okay, that was a video, I guess. I thought that was like some kind of hard drive, but... guess we're gonna have to watch that now. Welcome to Mars Research Facility 1. It's just the same thing that we watched on the other thing.
Welcome to Mars City. This facility serves as the central hub for all scientific research,
well, we're watching all of it again, if that's the case.
Operations. Goal number 1 at the UAC is the safety and well-being of all employees and guests. To help achieve this goal, we ask you to follow all UAC corporate procedures at all times. This includes restricting your movement to areas for which you have clearance. Always remain alert and aware of what you and others are doing. If you notice anything out of the ordinary, or just have a simple question, find the nearest UAC security guard. They are here to help, no matter how large or small the problem is. Our station on Mars provides a perfect blend of work habitats, recreational facilities, and social support structures. This ensures our goal of providing a true home-away-from-home experience for everyone. Keep this in mind as you help us pursue our groundbreaking research that is destined to transform the daily lives of everyone here and throughout the solar system. If you need more detailed assistance, please see your Human Resources Manager. If you are a guest, you may bring up any issue with your appointed UAC liaison. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Alright then, so yeah, I guess that wasn't a complete spiel all over again. See, this all looks trustworthy enough. Clearly we're not gonna have a bad time here at all. Hey, Chang?
Haven't seen you before. You must be with that new detachment coming to check on us.
Yep, that's a good deduction.
Is there some type of problem? I'm just trying to get my work done here. I'm trying to get these systems reconfigured so I can't talk now.
Yeah, you seem to be very hard at work doing that.
Is there some type of problem? I'm just trying to get my work done here.
I get the feeling a lot of these people are gonna say that if you keep talking.
There seems to be some very serious problems.
Oh, really? Do I need to remind you of the groundbreaking work that we're doing here?
No. But I've been authorized by the board to look at everything.
The board authorized you? The board doesn't know the first thing about science. All they want is something to make them more money, some product. Don't worry, they'll get their product.
After how many accidents? Tell me, Dr. Betruger, why are so many workers spooked, complaining, requesting transfers off Mars?
They simply can't handle life here. They're exhausted and overworked. If I had a larger, more competent staff and bigger budget, even these few accidents could have been avoided.
I'm afraid you'll get nothing more until my report is filed with the board. I will need full access, Dr. Betruger, Delta included. I won't have any difficulties doing that, will I?
Only if you get lost, Swan. Just stay out of my way. Amazing things will happen here soon. You just wait.
Let's go.
Alrighty then. That didn't seem ominous in the slightest. So let's see, we came from over here, didn't we? Yeah, we did. That guy with the partially fucked up eye also seems very trustworthy. Incorrect security clearance. How unfortunate.
Listen,
what about
buddy,
you?
you don't have clearance for this area. Move along.
You can't tell me what to do, J-Yes-Back.
I can't help you here. Head to Marine Command. They can help you. If you don't move out now, they're gonna bust both our asses.
Botula, what are you doing? Nobody said anything.
God damn it, Marine. Get out of here. If you don't move out now, they're gonna bust both our asses.
Alrighty then. Still attempt to open that door, but hardly to no avail. Oh wait, no, this is where I came from. Hey, T.
I don't
Washington.
think I've seen you before. You must be a replacement for one of the guys we lost. Try not to let this place get in your head. Just stay focused on your job. You'll be back on Earth before you know it. Not a lot to do around here, but watch your back. Try not to let this place get in your head.
Alright, I guess
Just
that guy's
stay
not gonna
focused
snap
on
at
your
me.
job. You'll be back on Earth before you know it.
Right, apparently I'm just walking like this the whole time, in a combative stance. Still can't punch anything though. Guess that would explain why some of the people here, they just want me to leave them alone, and that guy was like, hey, don't let this place get to you. I know you look like you're ready to punch at everything that's in front of you, but I gotta tell you, you gotta let go a little bit.
Yeah, I saw those suits arrive too. Weird. The UAC must be worried about something.
I hear there's been more accidents in Delta.
Accidents? That's good. Is that what they're calling them now?
So, tell me, just what the hell is happening over there?
Beats me, man. Look, all I do is repair the converters when they blow, okay? That's it.
Fine. But what's overloading them so much? I mean, how much damn power do they need?
I wouldn't ask him if I was you, man. I heard Travis started poking around and he got transferred fast. Didn't even see him leave.
Hell, no one saw him go. Was here 1 minute, gone the next.
Lucky bastard.
Alright then, what are you guys up to?
Marine Command is right around the corner. Why don't you go bother someone there? Listen, I'd love to talk, but I'm really busy.
Hey, you look that way.
I'm really trying to get this fixed quickly, so, do you mind?
Our slang,
You can
that's
fix
an
this,
actual
you can
last
stay
name.
and help, but otherwise, get going.
Oh, what is it? Pressure flow routing.
Why are you bothering me? Can't you see that I'm working?
No, I just want to stand here with my combat stance and make you slightly more uncomfortable. Okay, we got Robo-Cola and Thirsty Burst. I can buy neither.
Aerospace Corporation
And
denied
snacks.
allegations today of several reports showing a growing military presence on Mars. A spokesperson
Really
stated
Billy Goat
that
Burger.
increased activity is simply a tactical
Totally doesn't look like the Goat of
outline
Baphomet or anything.
military sectors. Authorities continue to search for the activists responsible in Monday's bombing of a
Golgia
biomed
virus.
production facility, resulting in the
On 3
destruction of
orbital
hundreds of
platforms.
biomed labor units.
Oh shit.
In space news, mining station Amman is reporting 9 dead and 28 wounded in what appears to be an ore canopy failure during routine operations. This is the 5th incident in a string of mishaps that have plagued asteroid strip mining facilities in recent months. Deep Space Probe Madridi successfully executed the first of 4 engine bursts designed to alter the probe's course, according to officials. The probe's logic core first requested the diversion following yesterday's discovery of a negative light object outside the orbit of Sedna. The probe is set to resume its outer system mapping mission next week, following further scans of the fluctuating anomaly.
But why don't we, I don't really realize that apparently even if we go into the PDA, that thing stays, you know, it doesn't go quiet.
Miller, you hear about Corporal Allen?
Yeah, they said he just lost it. Shipped home this week.
We lose one, gain another.
No shit. I wonder if they're gonna move to Bravo team now.
Who knows? I just hope they don't take anyone from my squad. I hate pulling double shifts.
I hear ya.
You both. Okay, this guy has my face as well. M. Marek.
Another newbie. Welcome to the worst assignment you'll ever have. Come back for a drink when you get some free time.
And K. Miller.
Another replacement, huh? Listen up, newbie. I'll give you some advice. Keep your eyes open and stay focused. Yeah, I see people come and go around here all the time. Wonder how long you'll last.
Yeah, okay. Let's close the shutters here. Who needs to look at that anyway? Let's check out the arcade machine in the corner here.
Turbo Turkey Puncher
Super
3.
Turbo Turkey Puncher 3 by Nabcon.
Super Turbo Turkey Puncher 3.
Boy. And of course we got the original Doom guy face there in the corner. And got the original Doom guy, punching animation going on here. And I'm pretty sure that the background of this thing is also Kilo taken from one of the Doom levels. You know. I was gonna say I wouldn't be able to tell you which one. I wanted to say that that's probably a pretty self-evident thing, but then I realized that there probably is at least one person out there who knows exactly where this screenshot was taken from. That's in the background. So I wonder if the turkeys here are supposed to be, just because turkeys because low random, or if it's supposed to be some kind of a reference to something that was in either Doom or maybe in Heretic, which is another game that was in the Doom engine. Where there is an item called a Morpho that you can use to turn enemies into chickens, and also yourself. Well, I think that's something in multiplayer though. Something that I don't think I've ever seen in one of those old engine games. Which I'm pretty sure would be great. I don't think you need these many buttons for
Super Turbo Turkey Puncher
the Turkey
3.
Puncher. Alright. Guess, okay, the news show ended. Now we can actually use more time by listening to that thing we picked up. Was it a video disc? It was an email. Was it an Adam Bernecke? Bernesh. Who knows how that's supposed to be pronounced? I don't. Please take more caution in securing your personal data. Assistant data have been lost and found 3 times this month. Mr. Peterson says you're gonna get fired if you don't take care of that. The report is long overdue. Record an audio log for what you've done today in your maintenance shift and send it to me immediately. Now you recoded the cabinet today, and it is imperative that I update my master list with a new code. I don't want to tell you again how important it is to record those codes. Wonder if we're gonna be able to find out what that code is. I have some great news for you. Your name came up in our last management meeting as a possible candidate for our Delta Labs outreach program. Supervisor recommended you as a good candidate, and in fact he insisted you would be perfect for the job. I reviewed your file and I agree with his assessment. You will make a perfect test subject. Oh boy. Our work here is very important to the USC. Mr. K. Clearsky, remember volunteering is the best choice. I'd hate to invoke clause 12.8 of section 543. Which, if you're not familiar with, allows us to appoint volunteers. Alright. So he decided to slack off too much and now he's being used as a guinea pig. Isn't it great how these things work? Collection grid. Plasma filtration system. Right, now let us continue. Right after I download another email thing, that is. Exciting volunteer positions are available now. Credit compensation offered for qualified personnel or individual. Let's see. How does that... Like every time I... okay, not every time, but a lot of the time. I've noticed when I press tab to go into the PDA, it sends my mouse cursor into the other monitor. I wonder what that is. Some great news for you. Your name came up in our last management meeting as a possible candidate for Delta Labs outreach, blah blah blah. Wait, that's from the other guy. Personal is what I want. Delta Labs is looking for individuals to fill critical positions. Teleportation. We're looking for test subjects to stress test the new teleporters. Our advanced pharmaceutical team needs volunteers to participate in exciting medical studies. Help us find a cure to everything from the common cold to Ebola 7. Okay. Need volunteers to help handle and track the specimens gathered through Delta Labs experiments. Yeah, this all sounds like great opportunities, I gotta tell you. These all sound like great opportunities.
Attention. Dr. Braddock, please report to Environment Management Office 4 Alpha.
Dr. Braddock.
Sergeant Kelly ASAP. He's in Command HQ.
Alright. I'm glad that you let me know that. Why don't we hang out in the infirmary here? Apparently somebody had a bit of an unfortunate accident, okay. Had a bit of a face-off with something, if you will. Then those two guys are just gonna walk off and do that kind of stuff. I'm sure he'll be alright. Okay, we can actually keep going that way. But not before I finish exploring this place. Hey,
I can't be
Arkansas.
interrupted now. I've got work to finish.
Didn't I meet you before?
Please don't disturb me. Can't you see I'm busy? I'm doing very difficult work here. I can't be disturbed.
Very difficult work. Okay, I'm inclined to believe there's that guy. Right, maybe we will get to wherever we're supposed to be going, except we'll be taking the roundabout way. There we go. Marine Ho. Oh wait, that's his HQ. Combat prep. Oh, well, I just got a new video, so you know. Yet another reason to rejoice as we completely avoid getting to wherever it is we have to go
I'm trying to reconfigure
next.
this little guy. I can't talk now.
Kaylee Creel.
Hey, this is tricky business. I can't be hassled.
It's like the first time that we've met a guy that has our face.
You need something? Go talk to Sarge. Hey, this is tricky business. I can't be hassled.
Yeah, okay. What about you, V King?
Don't you have some orders you need to be following?
Yeah, probably.
I'm too busy to talk now. Got lots of work here. Sorry. I'm too busy to talk now.
Alrighty. Let's go to our PDA so we can watch that new video that we just downloaded. Series 3 Plasma Gun Briefing. Informational video on the Series 3 Plasma Gun.
Representing yet another great accomplishment of the UAC, the Series 3 Plasma Gun is an extremely versatile medium-range combat weapon. Harnessing the exhaustive resources of synthetic plasma, the plasma gun meets the critical requirement of low-cost, abundant ammunition for today's highly mobile military. Capable of sustained firepower due to the latest advancements in plasma injector technology, this weapon's lightweight and high yield make it desirable for most combat scenarios. Always on the forefront of technology, the UAC is making safer worlds through superior firepower.
Took your sweet time, Marine? Now, here's the situation. Another member of the science team's gone missing. Since you're the ranking
Was I quiet that
FMG,
whole time?
you get to find him. I want you to check out the old decommissioned comm facility. We heard he might be heading that way. The only way there is through the service passage under Mars City.
Well, that whole time I
Program
mean
the
like
sentry
the
to
past
guide you
30
to the
seconds or
maintenance
something.
elevator. Hope you follow the sentry better than you followed orders so far. Pick up some gear at the security checkpoint at the bottom of the elevator.
Yeah, look, I like exploring, alright.
Bring him back. Do not hurt him. Now move out.
Clearly that's part of the whole military experience. You get to explore and see things. You know, who cares if you have some lousy orders that you need to be following? I wanna do things my way. Clearly that always takes top priority. Alright, let's go. And get autosave, I guess. I think that's gonna be how pretty much all save. Wait, no, there's a manual save. Okay, guess there's that. Guess I'm gonna save now just to see. I'm guessing there's yeah, you can create multiple manual saves, but what if I had to imagine?
Attention UAC personnel.
There's only one autosave slot.
Volunteer at Delta Labs today. See your service branch director for more details.
Did you hear what Carter said?
Details.
What? He said that he saw some strange creatures or something down in Delta.
Oh.
He said it wasn't human. What? You can't believe anything that guy says. I'm just telling you, that's what he said. I don't know if it's true. Another reason I can't wait to get out of here.
Alright. Well, thank goodness that this guy so patiently waited for me. See, some people are less rude than others. This guy is at least efficient.
Life of its employees. Please take advantage of our quality medical care services.
Well, I guess this guy has the clearance that we don't have. And he's just gonna go to bed now. Alright. Top secret UAC 4109. Warning, open this side. If you open up the other side, the entire thing will go up in a burst of flames, I'm sure. Supplies. Enter combination 111. Listen to Adam Mernicky's audio log, really. Was there an audio log? I mean, Adam E. Bernick. Oh, right, hang on. Did not even realize this was a separate thing.
This is
right?
the audio log of maintenance technician Adam Bernache, dated November 10th.
Bernache, that's how you pronounce that, I guess.
I fixed the couplings on the heat shields this morning with no problems. I did, however, have another odd experience while I was down there. Shortly after finishing the first coupling adjustment, I distinctly heard whispering. When I went to investigate the sounds, I found nothing. I checked the work logs, and I was the only person scheduled to be in that area today. That experience, coupled with the stories I've heard from some guys over in the Delta Labs, has me pretty freaked out. I'm really beginning to hate going down to the underground maintenance area. The people down there are a bit off. The mumbling, the weird looks. The whole place is just plain creepy. I'm always expecting someone to jump out at me. I've secured my tools and the busted modulator in the storage cabinet next to the maintenance elevator. Technicians should use cabinet code 396 to access them.
Alrighty then. Thanks for waiting until the end of that to actually tell me the code. Right, we can now access a bullet and whatever this thing is down here, except we're actually not taking that. So it's nice that we have bullets even though we don't have anything to shoot the bullets with yet. Right, off we go to level 2 then. Click to exit Mark City. Transfer destination MC subsystem. My favorite hip-hop artist.
Welcome to the dungeon, Marine. Most unexciting place on Mars. I'm gonna need you to grab some armor and secure your pistol before I can pass you through security.
Right.
Okay, grab your gear.
If you're offering that, then we'll grab security armor, bullets,
Let me
and
do a radio test.
whatever that is. And whatever that is too.
MarsSec radio check. Excellent. Good signal.
Also, apparently, if you jump,
Looks like you've been assigned the decommissioned comm facility. Just follow the main passage through the
or rather,
underground
if you press the right mouse button, you jump.
And what better way to see the Martian surface than to run across it?
It's kind of unexpected.
Okay, you're all set.
Alrighty then.
Oh yeah, keep in mind, civilians are working down here. Don't get excited and shoot at me.
Well, what if I do get excited though? What if I in no way indicate that I might be about to get excited right now. Okay, that was uneventful. Inconsequential. Wonder if it's supposed to make you think. Reflect on what you've done. Was it really worth it?
Hey! You're looking for the scientist, right?
Okay, there's apparently nobody anywhere to make me pay for my heinous acts of murder that I'm doing right now.
I've done this 1,000,000 times. It's us. Hey, what the hell's going on up there?
Certainly nothing weird's going on, I promise you.
Maintenance guys not keep any of these machines running? Yes, sir. It's just that the science team demands a lot out of these things. And now
perhaps I could have, could have avoided that bridge getting raised if I had done it quickly enough, who knows. But so yeah, apparently if you kill people here, they don't retaliate at all. Well, assuming you kill them instantly, which I have been doing. Is there ever gonna come a point where they actually are going to shoot back at me? Because that's what I kind of wanted to happen. So I would have an excuse to quickly reload, but now I'm just waiting for that to happen.
Sergeant Kelly, need to double time it down there. Search your assigned area and haul your ass back to Mars City. Out.
Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to... next person I see I'm gonna shoot, but I'm not gonna shoot him in the head immediately.
Huh? No, no, please. You must let me get this communication out. They have to be warned while there is still time. I can't let... You don't know what I've seen. You can't possibly understand or comprehend. The devil is real.
Oh boy.
I know. I built his cage.
I'm getting abnormal readings here. This is bad. God! We can't hold these levels. We're losing it!
Hey! You're looking for the scientist.
I'm not sure you want to...
Listen, Scotty. I've done this 1,000,000 times. Not once.
You maintenance guys not keep any of these machines running? Yes, sir. It's just that the science team demands a lot out of these things. Enough excuses. Just do your job and get the science team what they need. seen anyone new down this way in quite some time. Welcome to the dungeon, brother. Enjoy your stay. Hey!
Oh yeah, I am muted. See, that seems to
Scotty, I've done this a million times.
have been,
Hey, what the hell's going on up there?
what do you call it? Seems to be kind of finicky right now, like... Oh, okay.
You maintenance guys not keep any of these...
Like it has been very quiet, not just... or not very quiet, but... it just doesn't seem to want to... Jeez, is he gonna fight back if I... Nope, he's gonna die instantly. When I press the button that toggles the microphone on and off, alright, he drops a PDA. Let's check that out right now. Seems to like sometimes work and sometimes doesn't. I don't know why it does that. Mark Ryan, let's see what his email said. Got a new guy on the way. We had a new Marine just coming through the security checkpoint. He's gonna check out the old comm building for the missing scientist. Can you make sure he doesn't get lost last thing when he is another missing person? Alright, so we were looking for the missing guy. I actually was not aware of that. Well, I think that the last guy we can run into, that's actually the guy that I don't think we're supposed to kill. Before we get to the point where everyone's probably just gonna die, so let's do that again, and this time we left with minus 52. And, okay, this time for real, we're not actually gonna kill anyone. I promise. Since I already took the time to loot all their shit before.
Haven't seen anyone new down this way in quite some time. Welcome to the dungeon, brother.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I saw like 4 other guys with your face before.
You sure are curious, aren't you?
Yeah, sure am.
Hey, don't touch that.
Oh, I'm gonna touch what I like. Apparently now, even though I'm just like swinging this thing back and forth here, it's not gonna spur any more comments from that guy. I don't think I have a... well, I have a melee attack, I have my fists. I'm actually kinda wondering. You know, might as well. I punch this guy.
Yeah, this is what I do all day.
Is it even possible to punch a guy? Yeah, he dies instantly, okay. These guys are really fragile. Something tells me that the actual enemies will not be that fragile though. Hey.
Oh, haven't seen anyone new down this way in quite some time. Welcome to the dungeon.
Yeah, thanks for still talking to me as I walk away right now. This.
Hey! You're looking for the scientist, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm not sure you want to find him. You see... never mind.
Okay then, thanks for interrupting me just to tell me that.
Don't listen to me. Never mind what I said. I shouldn't talk about it. It's
feeling
really
that
not my business.
you won't make a difference in a very short while.
I shouldn't talk about it.
Probably should just put away my gun right now.
Listen, Scotty, I've done this a million times. It's not that hard.
Why don't you crawl your fat ass down here and do it yourself?
Because I'm getting paid to make sure you do it. Just finish the coupling so we can continue.
What's going on, R-Fry?
Buddy, don't know if I can really help you with anything. Kind of busy here. Maybe you didn't hear me the first time, but I gotta keep my eye on this. If you want to crawl around in there, go ahead. If not, you can get out of here.
Alright then. wonder if he came from Innsmouth. Ken looks that way. Oh yeah, there's an actual PDA here that you don't have to kill someone to acquire. So let's check out what kind of information that has. Grant Baston. Unexplainable things.
Grant Baston, the Environmental Services Supervisor. The date is October 19th. I've been hearing an alarming number of reports on some unexplainable things. Being on another planet and working underground has always been a little spooky, so we always have the occasional report of strange things. But what is worrying me is the fact that the number of these reports are up by a lot. People are truly frightened. The rumors we're hearing about experiments from the Delta Complex are not helping. The power fluctuations aren't helping at all either. Having the lights flicker constantly and losing power for several minutes at a time is scaring everyone down here. I'm doing my best to keep people on track, but we're continually short-handed. Someone's reporting in sick almost every day. I'll keep my director apprised of the situation, and will continue to log reports as I get them.
Alright, I thought I was gonna end with, by the way, the code to this thing is like, oh, it's in here. Like we're just gonna shoehorn the code in that you need for some of the locker or something at the end of that, just because we didn't segue into that at all. Also, hello Chimp, yes, this is BFG edition. Actually, you probably will. Late night security detail couldn't figure out how to open the security cabinets from the security office. What? We could open both cabinets from the one security panel. Has been completed. Please update the security cabinet code in the energy stabilization unit to 531. So if we run into another one of those things that needs a code, is this one here, actually. Alright, that was prompt. And we got armor shards for our trouble. I guess we can already see like our armor down in the lower left corner there. Also see how much ammo we have for this.
Running? Yes, sir. It's just that the science team demands a lot out of these things. Enough excuses. Just do your job and get the science team what they need. Well, I'm doing everything, but I just can't explain some of the things that have been happening to the systems. It's weird. Just get it done.
Alright then. Fortunately, our punch is powerful enough to kill people in one strike, but not powerful enough to break this glass. So we cannot go ahead and snoop on those guys. Scanning active, analyzing data. Hey, what you doing there?
You make a habit of sneaking up on people?
Are you the same?
Everyone's already on edge down here with all the strange things that have been going on.
You have the same face as those other 5 guys I met, but like grey hair.
The garage area is right through that door. Now stop bothering me.
What you doing there, Ice
Sinclair? The equipment
Sinclair?
seems to be affected by something unseen. The equipment seems to be affected by something unseen.
Something unseen?
The equipment seems to be affected by something unseen.
Only has one line of flavor text. Let's fall down here. And the game hasn't told us yet that we press F to use the flashlight, which... That's another thing that, well, that's one thing that they changed for this version as opposed to the first release. Apparently in the first release you don't have like a unique input for the flashlight, so you can either hold a gun or hold a flashlight, so you can't like use it and shoot at the same time. Which really seems just more annoying than anything, so I'm kind of glad that they took it out for this.
Hey, you're that new guy headed for the old comm center, right? You better hustle up, pal. This passage doesn't go all the way there. You'll have a quick walk outside to the center's airlock. Hey, don't sweat it. Your suit's got plenty of oxygen.
So we can't really see what we look like right now. Oh, we got those are bullets, I guess. Oh no, medkit. Medkit, what? Wouldn't that imply that... Did we get hurt at some point that I just didn't realize? Did we like get hurt when we walked down there? I thought we had like full health.
Well, what the hell are you waiting for, Marine? Get going. Well, what the hell are you waiting for, Marine?
We can't really see what we look like right now, like we have exposed fists and everything, but apparently we're very much good to go outside of the atmosphere of the planet directly and, you know, the surface of Mars. And, Apparently we got an oxygen supply that we are relying on to not die here. We kind of have to assume that we got some kind of a, airproof helmet. Oh, there's stuff up there. Armor shard, and presumably more of them. I'd like to collect more of them, but I need to climb up this way. Yeah, there we go. Armor shard, and guessing that was a medkit. We now have 90 armor. Surely we will need this very badly.
Marine, this is Sergeant Kelly. You need to double time it down there. Search your assigned area and haul your ass back to Mars City. Out.
Alright, let's go. Actually, let me check real quick if there's like an option to raise the voice volume a little more. Guessing that's gonna be a no though. Extra, no, there's just one volume. It's all mixed into one thing, I guess. Righto, let's see. We reached the old comps building, so I guess we're looking for the guy that went missing. I didn't actually catch on to it before. Am I playing as Doom Guy TM? I have to assume that I am. I don't know.
Huh? No, please. You must let me get this communication out. They have to be warned while there is still time. I can't let...
See, how are we breathing outside in the surface without a helmet?
The devil is real. I know. He built his case.
I'm getting abnormal readings here. This is bad. I can't hold these levels. We're losing it!
Alright.
Help us!
Alright, I can try to help with my fists. Not so much when lost souls start to appear like that though. That's what I thought, that was probably the effect. Well, he's gonna be Kumasami, I guess. That's annoying. Nothing, now I am just fighting. I try to shoot him in the face. It's actually coming out. Oh, fuck. Got a bit stronger, just by virtue of becoming undead.
All units, this is Sergeant Kelly. We're under attack by an unknown enemy force. All back to Marine HQ to regroup. I say again, fall back to Marine HQ and await further orders.
Fall back to Marine HQ. What's this? Oh, bullets. Alright. So, hello, Zero. Right, so hang on just a second, because yeah, the cursor does weird things with this game. It's like wandering all over the place in the other monitor, even though it actually shouldn't be. And when it hovers over things, it's annoying. Oh shit. Oh, okay, just dissolved into gifts and exploded into gore. Completely disintegrated. So I have to wonder exactly how it's going to things are going to operate. Now that we are in the very spooky world of no auto aim. And of, having actual precision aiming. It's a necessity for being able to hit your target. In the spooky world of circle strafing being a thing that is expected of everyone. Spooky FPS land.
Fire Team 2! Main power systems down in sub-level! Backup and life support systems only!
Oh, there's a guy.
It's a mess! Command HQ attempting to secure the area.
Oh yeah, and of reloading being a thing that exists. All of these things were not factors in the original Doom games. Favoring UAC Martian science. Oh boy. Guess we're not gonna pick up that monkey wrench as our melee weapon, even though I'm pretty sure that it will be better than just our fists. Just a thought there. Is that the same guy that we saw earlier in the infirmary that had his face turned off? Because he certainly looks like that. Or maybe it's the guy that we saw before with the white hair that had the extend service bridge. There we go.
Warning. Filtration pod in motion. Bridge extension
directly to Marine
Yeah, that had the white hair and that was, you know, fucking around with the bridge here. I think we're supposed to go back to where we were before, but I'm guessing that's not gonna be possible right now because that door is fucked up, so we have to actually go through the bridge here. Oh shit, okay. Look, it's the sneaky zombies that know how to use gas. It's really the worst. Most fearsome danger we shall have to face. There's already I would say the bullet boxes or bullet pickups would be really generous, but I mean, for their presentation they seem to be. Because if you recall in the original Doom games, the ones that are like little clips only restored like 10 bullets at once, so. And only the box bullets restore 50 bullets at once. Keep seeing these flying spooky skulls which I presume to be lost souls because that's what those things were in previous games. But apparently they're not gonna come after me yet. Security clearance updated, Frank Delahue, PDA, right. Also things up here that I want. I step on the console and jump from there, or perhaps there's something different. Or am I? No, I'm pretty sure I'm not full on shield yet, as you can see. It's kind of self-evident, nor on. There we go. Okay, I can crouch. So let us figure out what we just picked up here. Power demands 2 audio logs, that's different.
This is the audio log of Frank Delahue, engineering manager assigned to power production, dated October 18th, 2145. The current operational status of the grid is 23% over nominal capacity. I've increased work shifts to 12 hours a day for all personnel to keep up with demand. The constant and increasing load from the Delta complex is causing havoc. We are going to start losing critical systems if we have to sustain these levels much longer. I request clearance to requisition parts from other departments in order to maintain our equipment. Okay, I don't know what is going on over in Delta, but I'm doing all I can down here. The constant demands are bad enough, but the rumors going around are making things a whole lot worse. And I gotta tell you, if things don't get better soon, all hell is gonna break loose.
And you guess I'm probably cut off there, what do you know? And fire blast
This is the audio log of Frank Delahue, engineering manager assigned to power production, dated October 24th, 2145. Reclamation problems continue to plague the main processor. 2 more valve overloads on that unit in just the past week. These overloads can destroy the valves, causing very dangerous fire, jetting with enough heat to incinerate sensitive equipment nearby. Today we've had only 1 reported injury as a result of these valve failures, and this is due in large part to the quick response of the engineering team. Our procedure of entering the failure code 842 in the operation terminal has proved adequate, and I recommend no changes in that procedure.
It's okay then. Hey, you're doing your jobs right, that's different. Party in the Delta Labs. We're starting the party early this time, 8:15. I've received your complaint and will consider your request. Safety is important, blah blah blah. Here's the security. Becoming a concern for the safety of myself and my co-workers down here. I'm guys getting stuck outside of the airlock that leads to the old com building. There seems to be a build-up of tension over the past few days, weeks. I've seen friendly co-workers change. Sure to wonder what could be going on. Oh boy. But I heard something here. Perhaps not. Something else moving, that is. Right, I came from there. And I now have the clearance to... Oh shit.
Oh, thank you. I'm getting out of here.
Alrighty. I have the clearance to open that door. I'm pretty sure I didn't have that before. Oh, fuck. So there are 3 headshots it takes to kill one of them. Regular zombies now. That is distinct. Oh shit. Just acquired the shotgun. I suppose. Does seem to do the job considerably faster, I guess. Follows in the footsteps of its predecessor that way. Okay, I was gonna say that thing was like standing upright in the middle of it, wasn't it? That's a little bit weird. Is there anything else back here? Apparently there is. But cannot boost our shield any higher than 125 right now, it seems. I wonder if that's gonna change. I guess we're gonna be using the shoot gun from now. Oh shit. This guy alive. Oh, not anymore. If that was the case. Right, so it's still 2 for the gun and 3 for the shotgun. And here's one more guy and oh boy, a lost soul that just goes right on by. Alright, maybe I need a little bit more proximity. Maybe the, you know, the old shotgun rules from old school Doom are not quite gonna work the same way. Oh fuck. I'm sure that proximity also made a difference in how you use the shotgun. Or but guessing not to really do any dust in this one. Not yet. I'm guessing the shotgun is gonna be the better option right now. Bullets and shells. Medical treatment, we don't need that, so it's gonna health station like Half-Life. I wonder if it's also gonna have like a shield recharging station, like also like Half-Life. No, that wouldn't really make sense considering how the shields work in this one. You can't just stand there and sneers at you while you try to kill it. How do you succeed in killing it? Hang on. I want to check something. So in order you can do like manual saves, I've confirmed that. Can you do like quick save? You can do quick saves, okay. Let me try that right now. Quick save and tempt fate here. Oh. Medkits. So, it seems to me that coming over here is a bit of a net loss since I don't really gain anything. Just kind of make up for the life you lost coming over here. And then you can actually get it back when you run back, so... Can't like duck under this either, can we? Oh, you die, watch what happens. So we're gonna travel back in time a little bit and not do that this time. I guess that's might be a bit of a motivation to not use quick save quickly as often in this. Actually gonna take more time to reload. Fuck, reload. Imps still have their fireballs. Operations, let's have one hatch. Failure code. What will the failure code be? 6, no, 6, apparently not, because it doesn't, actually pretty often it's got the same number more than once. I'm gonna wonder. Okay, but sure, this is where I saw that guy get chased by the other guy a little while ago. Should I get into the failure code? Because we don't know what the failure code is, and I don't think we have seen anything of the like yet. Vectors 7-9 through start valve status. Oh well. Very quiet right there. And sorry. Very quiet indeed. And you're making me waste all of this stuff because you won't die, right? Let's try to not get ambushed like that again. Okay, you can only cover health in bursts of 10 at a time, so it's not quite like the health stations in Half-Life. It's a bit more restrictive health. Which, based on the fact that they really do seem to be going more for the atmospheric stuff in this. Me getting surprised at them being coming out quietly from behind corners can be a constant thing. But hey, we made it back to the other side of this hallway. Oh shit. Now we can use this, I guess. Make it to immediately get wasted because this guy shows up. Had I known that was coming, I probably would have waited after getting shot by that guy to get the medkits. No! It's okay. He took care of the guy that was coming out of there. There is no reason to be alarmed here.
Sergeant Kelly, we don't know what we're up against. Repeat, we have negative ID when sailing. We don't have a clear path back to HQ. Stock up on ammo.
Alright then. Yeah, it does seem to be quite a bit harder to even hit the imps reliably. And get them to die in a prompt manner.
We've got one man down and several wounded. We are incoming and need medical on station stat.
Man HQ, Fire Team 2. Monorail traffic destroyed. Unable to secure safe transportation back to base. Over.
Roger that, Fire Team 2. Fall back to the nearest station and set up a CP there. Out.
Can we go over here? No, we cannot. Area security, security office. Is this a security office? Why, yes it is. So let's see if we can unlock that door over there. Unlocked, hallway. And, oh, hello. You're very prompt with your shooting. mechanical, you might say. And it's a pretty good recreation of the, original shotgun guy. Hey, I gotta tell you. Oh, come on. Well, the part where they actually cause you to lose your bearings and recoil. Not so much, that's a new detail. But I guess it adds some realism to the situation. I just saw a little bit over there.
All units, this is Sergeant Kelly. Fall back to Marine HQ and await further orders.
Oh, hello. And goodbye. We've been trying to get back to Mars City for quite a while now. See if we can actually get there.
All remaining Marine units, this is Sergeant Kelly. I'm unable to reach Mars City from my current position. Move to Marine HQ to regroup and await further orders.
So we can regroup here in what I have to presume is our central hub of this whole area.
Hey, you! Up here, quickly!
Okay then. I see no reason not to believe you.
I was the only one still alive.
Trust you.
I
There
can't
you are.
believe I found you.
Our Roland?
I don't know what. It was like a shockwave. It passed through the entire base. People started changing. It was crazy. I was working up here on the vent shafts. I don't know how I survived. Go for help. Please.
Alright then.
No way. I'm staying up here. It's the only safe place.
So you do have a lot of brothers in the base.
You can't get me down. I'm staying here. Hurry back with some help. I don't want to stay up here alone. You can't get me down. I'm staying here.
Right, well, you can stay there and you're probably not gonna end up in a terribly...
Be careful. I don't know what's in there.
Terribly well state, but always a dream. Oh boy. Sure, the wonder what could be down here in the vent shaft. Is there anything down there? Other than apparently a barricade on that door. Apparently we're gonna find out firsthand very soon. Hey, there's a guy. Okay, and there's a guy that's right up behind me. That's... we're never gonna get over that, am I? I feel like it's only gonna get worse if I keep getting aggravated like that. Marcus Stanton, is that one of the guys that we killed in the other timeline? Undocumented cargo.
This is Mark Stanton, Manifest Controller, currently stationed at Mars City. I'm not sure who to send this to, so I decided to send it to quite a few people. If you're on the recipient list, please take a moment to review this report. It is quite important. I'm very concerned over the shipping procedures out here. I am the Manifest Controller, and as such, I need to be informed of everything coming in and out of Mars City. Someone here is subverting my position and preventing me from getting data on things being shipped. This is unacceptable. Not only could this reflect poorly on my upcoming review, but this is my job and I'm tired of being out of the loop. I have no idea who keeps telling the shipping crews to allow things in and out without allowing me to produce or procure the manifest. But whoever it is, it must stop. One of the dock workers actually told me to piss off when I tried to stop one of the last containers from going straight to Delta. I immediately filed a report and will follow up with the transit manager next time I see him. End of log.
Alrighty then. Also get a new, oh, didn't get any new messages, but I guess we get the mission objective here. Or, emails. Oh, would you believe chainsaws? Does Lawrence and Nixon have done it again? Requisitioned a crate of jackhammers. What we got were several crates of chainsaws. No jackhammers at all. Oh boy. Chainsaws serve no purpose on Mars. Checking these back as soon as I get the time. If you've collected this email, you are someone I worked with while here on Mars and made an impression on my life. For one last assignment tomorrow in Delta Labs. I'll miss you terribly, and I think of you often. I'm sure the friendship I've made here will last the rest of my life. Be sure to keep in touch. As soon as I have a new address, I will forward it along. Maybe you'll join me in the Mars City kitchen for tomorrow evening. Shuttle leaves first thing on 11:16, and I hate to miss my last chance to see you. Oh boy, I get the feeling that's an ironic thing. Any idea who this guy is? He may be the funny-looking dweeb from Alpha Labs. I always thought his name was Alan. Received this email, blah blah blah, it's the same message. Okay. Dweeb from Alpha Labs. I can get... well, I don't really need those shards right now, but... guessing I probably could get them if... okay, that was promising. Oh jeez, this guy's like a chain. Shotgun. Machine gun. It's a machine gun. Guess that's... this is our temporary... version of the chain gun here. We should switch to it with 4, but we only have 10 rounds for it right now, so probably not too good of an idea to use that right now. Gonna stick with shoot gun for the time being. So also, I guess that pretty much means that the machine gun and the regular pistol don't use the same kind of ammo, unlike the pistol and the chain gun in the original Doom. Boy, I see your keycard has been acquired. Also clips. Are those for this thing? Yeah, they are. Right, we can hold up to 60 in one chamber.
Specialist Wilson, my team is gone. They're all dead. I'm running blind. What are my orders? Over.
Specialist Wilson, this is Sergeant Kelly. Stay sharp, son. Move to your last known RP and fortify your position. We'll find you.
Okay. Right, we can now find that place. Well, apparently these little drones, they do quite well against these guys. If only I had that kind of firepower. What do I have? Let me see. One of the places that I saw just a little while ago had some shield stuff under one of these jet streams of fire, and I am in need of them, so I will grab them. You get like 5 shield points every time you grab one of those shards. So pretty generous. Oh shit. Shit. Oh, damn it. It's okay, this guy's missing half of his head. I don't know how that's gonna work for him being able to move or do anything, but guess I shouldn't question it. It's probably the work of the influence of hell at work. There we go. Jeez, these guys are terribly motivated, aren't they? Maybe I should try this out next time I see one of them. So is there even a point to me coming all the way over here, or... I don't really see anything I can open or interact with. Should kind of expect to be able to, I don't know, hold right mouse button to look down the sides of my gun or something, but apparently no, it just makes you jump. That's what a lot of this jumping has been about here.
I just don't know what to do. What are these things? What was that?
And there we are. See, I only lost 1 health point in that whole deal. Oh, hello. Oops, sorry, I was truly meant to be trying out the machine gun against. I think we're gonna go back to the shotgun for a bit. I get a feeling that it might be prudent to conserve my machine gun ammo until I am a bit more confident that I will be getting stuff to replenish it with in a more reliable fashion. Hang on, let me backtrack a little bit because there's one thing I would like to note, and that's the fact that a lot of these maps, these passages, okay, there's nothing here. Now we know. A lot of these maps are a lot easier to get lost in than the ones in previous games, at least in my experience. A lot of them kind of look the same, I gotta tell you. Here's another supply locker that I can pull. This thing will probably tell me how to open that. Mark Cassian. Was that one of the guys that was in the shuttle thing that we arrived in?
Audio log for Dr. Cassian, currently stationed at Mars City. I have just left the weekly status meeting here in Medical. The most prominent topic was the vast number of psychological issues we are seeing as of late. The number of reports indicates that 10% of the overall base personnel have shown symptoms. As many people will not come in for this type of thing, the number of affected personnel could truly be in the 30 to 40% range. It has even manifested itself here in Medical. We have several nurses and a couple of good doctors out for related reasons. I'm going to formally request 2 additional psychiatrists on the next shuttle from Earth. 2 we have are being overworked, and the content of their sessions with patients is starting to affect them as well. Dr. Cassian out.
Or at least they have the, they have the courtesy to tell you at the end of every audio log that it's actually ending. So let's hear about the patient attack.
Dr. Mark Cassian, at 1547, patient Jonathan Wills was admitted after complaining of insomnia and nausea. According to the nurse, Mr. Wills was calm and exhibited no signs of disorder when he was brought to exam room 5. However, by the time I reached him at 10 after 4, his personality had changed dramatically. When I entered the room, Mr. Wills lunged at me with a scalpel he apparently stole from a supply drawer. With the assistance of an orderly, we managed to subdue and sedate him without injury. Mr. Wills was heavily medicated and could not be diagnosed, but in the 20 minutes he was left unattended, he managed to carve 3 symbols in his arm and cut his own tongue into 2 halves. I can only guess at the cause of his problems. I hope that additional psychiatrists arrive soon. In the meantime, in response to this assault, all medical supplies and armaments will be locked in a secure hospital cabinet with the code 347. Dr. Cassian out.
Alright, we're gonna... juxtapose that code with the whole patient attack thing, where someone apparently got Sataned before this whole thing even happened. That'll keep it secure. Coordinated our colleagues here on Earth to find additional staff and resources to assist. Try to document everything you can, attempt to find the root of the problem, for goodness sakes. That's not how you say that. Stash weapons and medical supplies for yourself in case things get worse. But you're living in Mars, alright. What about the deteriorating situation here? Notice that SAC in operations have been behaving more and more erratically. Is there anything I should do? Ask Sarah Halston, but I guess we don't know how she ends up. But we do get stuff that we don't really need too badly right now. In fact, it would be kind of wasteful if I picked it up right now. So let's see if we can get shuttle in more before we do that. I'm sure it will. Oh, there's a guy. And here comes some guys. It's nice to see that they are very prompt in fulfilling my requests. Okay, that'll do. Well, now that we have full health and that... apparently have a... I don't know, we have something. Have some kind of orange bar on the bottom left there, and we can hear like our heartbeat. I have to wonder what that's about. Clip. Sure hope it wasn't something that I missed because I blinked. That would be terrible. When I see somebody like this, I feel compelled to punch them until their corpse just dissolves into nothing. That way I have the guarantee that they will not get up and try to attack me in the future. And also their family will never be able to recover or identify the bodies, so... there's less paperwork in the world now. Clearly I am doing the work of God. Like in Sweeney Todd. Think of the graves that could be saved. Or no, the lyric is save a lot of graves to a lot of relatives' favors. So can we get in here now? Oh, there's an access code. Can we learn the access code, or is that not going to be an option? I don't think we've heard anything of the like yet. Let's take a look around the circuit. Oh, there's something. I think we're gonna want that. And we've already been around to the other end of that circuit. Let's see if we can do the same thing now. Well, there's fire in the way. I think it might actually be worth it, though, to actually take the plunge here. Because we know for a fact that there's something on the other side. And there's shells, there's... pistol ammo, and then there's this guy. Bill Tyson and his PDA, which probably has the code we want. So we'll sacrifice a little bit of health for the sake of being able to get that. And in fact we'll get it right back by coming back here and taking the stuff from the locker that we didn't pick up before. And then, before I forget, we will actually listen to that here, I guess, because I'm not sure where I might go. I'll listen to that, or check the email first this time. PFC Hager. In the major support of putting sentry bots on routine patrols. Witness two of our guys doing maintenance in a bot in Mars City. Activated its sensors to test the repairs. All of a sudden the sentry locked onto one of the Marines as an enemy and began firing at him. If the ammo had been loaded, that Marine would have been killed. Thankfully the other Marine was able to immobilize it quickly. Sentry bot is powerful, but maybe too powerful. Do we need too much firepower in Mars City? Well, apparently now we do. Don't have many problems. So we really expect the sentry bots to know the difference between someone having a bad day and somebody going mad. And Sergeant Kelly says, a new troop inbound to replace Allen. Be sure to get a manifest filled for his first issue. We'll be changing the weapon storage code in Marine Command to 584. November 15th, 21:45. So yeah, I'm guessing that today is the 16th or the 15th. Hey, there we go. Shells. Clip security armor. Clip. Shells, clip shells. We don't need the extra health anymore though. We will, however, punch this guy out of existence. I feel that it is my duty to ensure the safety of everyone. We're doing, well, we now have a lot of ammo for this.
Connection established.
Marine, I can't believe you're still alive. I'm unable to return to Mars City. All passages out of the Delta complex have been blocked. I'm setting up a command post here. I can monitor status reports of the entire base from Delta Central Authority and communicate with other Marine teams. It's your mission to link up with Bravo Team and get that transmission sent. Head toward Alpha Labs. It's the fastest way to find them. I'll update your PDA security clearance from here. Good job. And good luck, Marine.
Alright then. We now have a new objective, I guess. Join up with Bravo Team in Alpha Labs. Get up for administration for entering to someplace. And before we do that though, we're going to in fact go back into this and do this.
Audio report on troop morale.
So I forgot to do that before.
Morale here is beginning to drop. It's nothing to worry about yet since I keep my Marines sharp and ready to go, but events at the base are wearing on the troops. There have been a lot of things happening here on the base. I believe the UAC experiments being performed here must be the cause. Out here, they could be experimenting on God knows what. There are quite a few people missing, and no Marines, of course. It's the civilian population I am referring to. Bottom line, whatever it is they have going on here has my men on a razor's edge. At this point, there is no cause for alarm, but I am requesting we rotate squads every 90 days instead of every 180. I will continue to report as the situation develops. It is good we have the new Marines en route. Fresh faces will help. Sergeant Tyson, out.
I'm sure they will help. What about troop deployments?
Audio report confirming new troop deployments for the Mars City Marine Facility, October 30th, 2145. The new troops will be arriving within a few days. I've started a series of training exercises focusing on close-quarter small weapons combat, as well as instituting mandatory refresher courses on all munitions and weapons in our armory. In response to the large number of security breaches and general feelings of ill will around the base, I've doubled security details, placing 2 Marines at each checkpoint. This additional presence should help calm things down. I expect that the incoming Marines are not quite as green as the last deployment. They've turned out okay, but some combat experience will go a long way right now. Sergeant Tyson, out.
Well, it was your idea. Right, so now we do have new clearance, so presumably we have a new... Can't find a place that we didn't... Oh, there we go. Place that we weren't able to cross to before. That we can actually do so in now. And this guy, you didn't exist before. Sure, the one rolling came for your friend, though. Okay, I guess I'll switch to this thing for a little bit.
The UAC is needed help. Psychological services are
Okay. Guess we need to see it. See a bit of a spook there. Sure, I wonder what its significance could have been. Right, so these big medkits that look like clusters of red tubes. They restore restore 25 health, not 25% health. Just 25 health. Kinda wondering if, you know, since that's the case with those, how much health the smaller ones on that. I think also same rockets. But I'm pretty sure are smaller, like little boxes.
If you run across any operational sentry bots, use them. Those guys pack a lot of firepower.
How much those, like the one I just picked up. How much those recovers? It's apparently they do more than 10. Well, the super turbo turkey puncher thing is now out of order. What a shame. See, these zombies are truly evil because they disable the... Zombies and demons are truly evil because they disable the arcade games. Alright, let's just let this guy do all the fighting for us, I guess. So this guy is gonna take us to where we're supposed to be going. Going to be delivering punching justice a little more. That's even some of the guys that I've been felling on my own. Haven't tasted true punching disintegration justice yet. And that simply cannot be allowed to stand. Right, so did we come from this direction? I don't think I checked out this little note back here. Well, there was something, but I don't need it too badly right now. I guess that door is special. That's not a door that we're allowed to go through. Let's see where this guy wants to lead us.
Gotta get to Bravo team quickly. They need all the firepower they can get. Sending that transmission is critical to our survival.
I'm sure they can do it by themselves, I mean. Let's look at this little guy go. And I clean up. It's a nice, business partnership here. Oh, there's another guy here. See, I almost didn't realize this guy even existed. It simply cannot be allowed to stand. Cannot be allowed to remain in one piece, you could rather say. Let me move the microphone a little bit, because I'm a little paranoid. Always about how that works. There we go. Let's see, you want me to go that way? I already checked out what was this way. So sure, I'll comply with you for now. By which I mean I will go this way instead. How nice of you to use that cover. How much of this ammo do I have? Okay. Not that much. Well, it's not that much, but it's more, not as much as I thought it would, because I thought some of the clips that I was picking up was gonna be more ammo for that gun. What the fuck's going on there? Oh shit, oh, that's a lamp. And I believe I just... yeah, there's another whip. Let's see if I can... okay. Just dodge around that guy so I can get the... get this guy to kill him for me. There we go. And now he's actually disabled. How terrible is that? That means he's not gonna kill people for us anymore. But again, what beautiful relationship that is. And I can still punch things to relieve them the pain of being in my way. And of being an eyesore. Can't go this way, can I? Apparently I need to get Duncan Matthews' stuff. Whoever that guy may be. In order to actually be able to get through there. Guess I will have to just keep that in mind, because I'm pretty sure none of the stuff I picked up has that. Even before I go into my PDA and I find out that mysteriously I've gotten a new thing, but apparently I haven't. Apparently that was just wishful thinking on my behalf. So let's look out for Duncan Matthews data, I guess, and remember that, yes. There's something we can do with it, alright. We're now away from our city. I guess we're going through administration, I think. Oh boy.
No, I understand everything.
I'm telling you now, Doctor, the UAC is taking over this operation.
Operation? Is that what you're calling it?
The situation is out of control.
It's not out of control, Swan. You are. I'll manage this, and you and your flunky will be taking control of nothing. Do you understand?
Yes, Betruger. I think I do understand.
Okay, Plan B.
Alright, I guess the guy that's like, that guy's, oh fuck. The guy that's Swan's bodyguard guy is not actually who we're playing as. Actually, I was kind of oh fuck. I was actually gonna punch that guy before he actually got up. Not the guy we're playing as. That's what I was trying to say. The guy that Swan is with is not the guy we're playing as. I thought that was the case for a while.
Welcome
anymore,
to the formerly designated Phase 1 by the Union Aerospace Off-World Research Division. The Alpha Labs began construction on October 29, 2095.
I will still try to... Well, I would have still tried to... I forgot what my train of thought was. I should play this a little bit earlier in the day. My brain doesn't really want me to... Oh, fuck. Doing things at this hour, I guess. It's rather attractive.
With continued investment and hard work, the Union Aerospace Corporation strives for excellence.
Oh dear. Okay, please. Get something that's right in front of me. It'd actually be better to use the, well, I don't know. Holland or wider speed and a new video disc. Oh boy, time for me to increase my risk of randomly passing out of the stream by passing out promptly. No. Now by going to the PDA and leaning back while I listen to these. Let's read the thing first, Holland or Weiler. Elements in the cabinet, per our earlier conversation, stock the storage cabinet in your area with the ammunition and some security armor. The door code is 586. Ethan Peterson says, heard that UAC Corporate is sending someone up here to check on Betruger. His name is Elliot Swan. Don't know who he is, but John said he's a real ballbuster. So close to solving the stability problems, and the transfer errors are exceptionally low now. MartianBody.com. Online pharmacy, no doctor visit needed. We believe that ordering medications would be as simple as ordering anything else on the net. We can ship drugs anywhere in the galaxy. Embargoes banned pharmaceuticals, no problem. Oh boy. MartianBody.com. I wonder if they actually had that at any point as a live thing. Right, Alpha Labs introduction. Let's learn about this place.
Welcome to the Alpha Labs. Formerly designated Phase 1 by the Union Aerospace Off-World Research Division, the Alpha Labs began construction on October 29, 2095, and became fully operational July 17, 2130. Originally created as the prime science and research facility, Alpha Labs are responsible for the development of leading-edge technology, such as the elemental phase deconstructor, hydrocon, and molecular fuel storage compressor, all presently being utilized right here in the Alpha Labs. These endeavors have allowed for much-needed expansion into the UAC's current leading research facility, Delta Labs, where Union Aerospace is opening all new opportunities in research and development. With continued investment and hard work, the Union Aerospace Corporation strives for excellence and is committed to building a better tomorrow.
Alright, so I guess that's the secret lore that we didn't actually learn about in Doom 1. All the teleportation stuff. What could possibly go wrong also? No audio logs on file for Alan Dorweiler, so I guess that's about all we're gonna be sitting back for this time. Okay, I did immediately forgotten what I was doing before I interrupted everything, but I did not immediately forget what the code for that thing was. Security armor, what else we got here? Grenades, okay, that's new. Alpha Labs, we are not yet allowed to go there. We can get that with Director William Baxter, 63 Science Teams IDs, I guess. But we possess neither, so let's see exactly what it is we will be going after. We will be seeking to acquire. Okay, I was gonna say, am I supposed to be going this way, but I guess that guy answered my question. I was standing right next to an exploding power line. Really living life on the edge there. There's a multitude of exploding barrels back here actually. Hey,
don't stop. There's nothing you can do for me.
You web.
Surprised us. They just came out of nowhere. There's still a few squads operating, but they're all cut off from each other. Try to find them.
Well, I mean, we were already sent to find some people. And we got shells. Is the guy actually dead now completely? Alright, let's ensure that nothing bad will happen to him. Still aren't able to...
Access denied.
We need to locate the PDA of William Banks. That much we had previously figured out that we do not know exactly where to go to achieve this. Like, we can go through the broken windows here, but it's not deliberate enough to crawl through these gaps though. There actually are gaps. Oh, I guess we have to backtrack after we talk to that guy and maybe new things will have appeared. New and exciting encounters. What about stuff like here? Have I even gone this way before? I want to say that I have, but I truly have no idea. Well, perhaps not, at least I guess. So I'm going through them now. With pure excitement.
Welcome to the Alpha Labs.
Yeah.
Phase 1,
I think I did go through here, didn't I? In which case... Yeah, this was like a dead end, and it still is. You might say.
Responsible for the development of leading-edge technology, such as the elemental phase...
Alright, let's check what's behind this couple of laminated things for now. Are we completely full on ammo for this gun? I guess we are. 650. Cut off, I guess. So that got shot up right behind me. It's a really good thing when that happens. It's just like, hey, you thought you were safe? Nope. Here we got a call-ended communications thing. I guess that's what this thing is. Even though it kind of looks like a camera, I was gonna say, but yeah, that happened. But before that, I did in fact remember that cutscene we got 2 seconds ago, where apparently Swan was talking to Betruger about those things. So I'll grab that. Might have been a bit of wasteful, but I don't know. Seems like a good time to acquire that. Didn't I just talk to this guy and then he died and then I punched out his corpse? Well, apparently I gotta do it again. Security override. Let's see exactly what this is gonna do, since I guess we had to do that. Oh dear. I think we found this game's equivalent of the Pinky Demons. Well, at least it's gonna be very polite and come in here through the door. At least attempt to. Right. Oh shit, okay. Oh, I already died about as easily as a Pinky Demon does. So. There we go. Deep lore. Oh boy. I just fucking tapped, I hit tab just think with the idea that it was going to bring everyone up. Yeah, these guys are not that hardy. Where are those Pinky Demons? Oh fuck, okay. And also... Just a little bit of enemies very ambush happy. Ambush happy and using other noises to mask their approach. I curse their competency. Downloading PD, Jonathan Moses, and a medkit, which I thought I was grabbing this and that this thing that looks like a, I don't know, CD drive for some medkits, but apparently no, there was something else. So I did just pick up a new thing, so let's see. Jonathan Moses has no audio logs, but he probably has a code for this cabinet in front of me. You have been selected to receive one of our free promotional storage cabinets loaded with useful things that we think you'll need. Okay. Recently received your storage cabinet from Martian Body. Thank you for the quick reply. To your office. I can't believe it showed up so soon. Please have someone delivered to my hallway on the... My office in the North Hallway of Administration. Okay. 0508. Maybe 0508 is the code. Yeah, there we go. And we got the actual chain gun now, I think. And apparently it also has that's weird. Has a separate ammo supply that's only for that weapon. I mean, it makes sense from like a realistic perspective, but not so much from a my traditional Doom mechanics perspective. Go, I wonder. First, I actually kind of want to come back here just so I can. There we go. Confirm where the cabinet was that I just opened and then go forward.
Marine, Bravo team reports there's some sort of unidentified growth taking over parts of the base. I don't know what it is, but it can't be good. Stay sharp.
Unidentified roast? Did I hear that correctly? I probably didn't. I'll grab those shells. I am in tip-top shape right now, otherwise though. At least that's how I thought to look behind me. Are they gonna come out and attack me? Well, there's the guy. Don't think that's the guy. Alright, there are the guys that I just saw though. Oh hey, it's this place. So we're unlocking more shortcuts, I guess. That's what we're doing. Wonder where those two guys went. And I would say that it feels kind of wasteful to just use that big security armor, but I only got like 3%. Oh god. 3 or 4% missing from my apparently total of 125, but then again, I mean, I've run into so many of those. I don't think that's gonna be like a resource shortage kind of deal. Office of William Banks, Director of Operations. I didn't just pick up one of those things, did I? No. Did I forget to? No, I did not forget anything. At least I don't think so. I think we're gonna need that guy's PDA. And since it's apparently not in the office, I have to imagine it's somewhere around here. Maybe it's this one right here. Maybe this bizarre flesh on the walls and the symbols flashing below them. Some kind of purpose. Maybe I'm stuck in the geometry. I just noticed that there's a magazine there called Game Hub that has the original Doom guy's face on it. So now what? I blow myself up with a grenade. It's apparently 6. Apparently I'm, that's very unfortunate. But it's the honorable way to go, I guess. Okay, so see what happens if we just only have to load game manually. So let's go back to the last autosave. That was very unfortunate. Okay, it's not that far back, I don't think. And we discover that there's a shortcut that we unlocked. Oh, fuck, there's more guys. I forgot about that too. What? Oh, sorry. I forgot that guy existed.
It isn't working. I tried everything. The computers aren't responding. I can't get root access to the systems. We can't do it here. We'll have to access the system somewhere else. All right, let's go.
It's not Swan, is it? Also, I thought those guys were enemies, but I guess there was sexual dialogue that I missed the first time I saw that. Alright, let's head into the office again. Let's loot the place completely. And I will head back again just so I can go to the shortcut before I do anything more. Where was it? Here? Yeah, there it is. There we go. This time I didn't just waste one of the big armors. Actually use the little armor shards to replenish the small amount of total armor that was missing. Isn't that super efficient, right? I'll also make an actual quick save, just so I don't get stuck in the geometry there. And I still will punch out these corpses though. Oh fuck. I also witnessed the process to which new imps are called in, I guess. Very, very eager, so it seems. So I think we did pick up the PDA at least. And we should now be able to access that place we weren't able to before, so let's be orderly and check out what he has in his office first. Let's see. Welcome Betruger, religious artifacts. All crates containing religious artifacts arriving from Earth with a cosine for Delta Labs go directly there with no interruption or delay. Can't have my precious cargo sitting around the hangar waiting for your personnel to process it, says Malcolm Betruger. Research assistant Eric Raffel has not reported for work all this week. No one has seen him in days to know what to do. He's normally a very reliable individual. Hope he's alright. Dr. Banks, we're happy to report the rollout of the new corporate webpage, uacorp.com. What if that was an actual website once upon a time? Well, let's listen to what he had to say.
This is the audio log of Director William Banks, dated October 20th, 2145. It has come to my attention that we have an alarming number of missing personnel throughout the base. My office has received 4 additional reports from Delta in the last week alone, mentioning that personnel are not reporting for work and that calls to their quarters have gone unanswered. My office has sent the names of those personnel to Mars City Security, and they have promised to initiate an investigation. But this news is very disturbing, especially at a time when we have so many people in the infirmary suffering from sudden cases of schizophrenia and other psychological disorders. I hope there is no connection between those cases and these reports of missing personnel.
Guess this is one audio log that doesn't actually announce when it ends. That's a little irregular. What about the energy deficiencies, though?
This is the audio log of Director William Banks, dated October 5th, 2145. It has been brought to my attention by Environmental Services that the recent power grid changes have caused many non-critical systems to malfunction. The report explains that this is due to either intermittent power outages or lower than optimal voltage input. It also says that sufficient power distribution to all non-critical systems is becoming more difficult to maintain, thanks to Dr. Petruger and his so-called optimizations to the energy stores in and around the facility. I assured the director of the ES that I would file a report with central authority on this.
Right, I'm kind of not really following anymore, but you know, the important thing is that we have the PDA. It's pretty much what I've gathered from all this, and with this we can go to the actual Alpha Labs main area, I suppose. I think that's what we're trying to do here. Question is, how do we actually get there?
Welcome to the Alpha Labs.
Oh, fuck. Let's unlocks us way to make their presence known. Gotta have everyone's attention. These are some very agile zombies, I gotta tell you. Alpha Labs. Access unlocked. I think that's a new passageway that was not open previously. Otherwise, I probably would have known it was open previously. Okay. This, however, was not open at all. Now it is.
Access granted.
I can obtain security clearance, but I think there's at least one more, what do you call it? Locked door somewhere nearby that also wanted me to give the clearance of that guy's PDA that I never did find. There we go. What if I go through this door? That will be waiting for me on this side, other than more supplies, I guess. Okay, apparently that's pretty much everything that's over here. Actually, wait a minute. Stop. Does this fall that I just took, did that make me take damage? It did. Quite a bit of damage too. God damn it. Well, whatever. At least it's not taking away shield, I don't think, but we got Paul Simmons' PDA here, and a bit of a rude interruption of that. Along with it, network login. Do we know the users? Connection error. Oh boy. Network connection failed. Aborting network login is not the story of our life here on Earth. We're not going back up there because I have no idea how to get down from there without losing a bunch of health. But we are now going over to the big Alpha Labs entrance that we just opened up. We can actually move these barrels. And we are moving into that area. I think I'm kind of wondering if that's what we're supposed to go, where we were supposed to go. To meet up with the other team.
Marine, I've received a report that you haven't reached Bravo team yet. You need to pick up the pace. Reported. Reaching the communications facility quickly is imperative.
So the communications facility is that what we're trying to reach, which is where the the other team that we're trying to join up with is maybe. Oh boy. And health I don't need right now, because I actually have full health for once. I find it a little bit frustrating that we apparently cannot, breach the health limit. At least not by any method that I have managed to locate so far. So now what? Because I don't think there's any way out of this room. That's not that big door there. I don't really see any way of opening it. Well, there's also this big door, but that's one that we came in through, so it'd be a bit of a moot point to try and get back out through there. Unlock door and lights on. Alright, there we go.
The
Nice
UAC
to
takes
be
pride
partially
in
able
its
to see
safety
what the heck we're supposed to be doing here.
Please follow UAC procedures.
And apparently some of these zombie shotgun guys, they don't take them out right in their perspicacity. Even though they really want to. I should probably keep using this a little more, since this is probably a better thing to use at a range. I'm pretty sure that in that one very particular situation, maybe the shotgun will have a little more stopping power.
For generations, humankind has lived under the looming specter of slowly dwindling natural resources. Our new ventures on planets like Mars.
Oh shit, okay. Alright, I was just asking for it, but I did in fact waste it.
And even air.
A little bit of health I lost.
Pay off for the UAC, investors, and indeed the entire human race. Mars itself is our chief ally.
Under 50% health now. Could shoot this bit of a health upgrade here.
They are the raw materials of our future.
Satisfied this.
We have developed a process that destabilizes the atomic structure of pulverized iron oxide.
I'm pretty sure that this thing right here is deadly, since I'm pretty sure just some of the monsters would walk into that and be completely fucked up. So I shall try to avoid sharing in that same fate. Oh shit. Oh boy, we're getting evil visions of hell, so it appears. Never so often. Oh shit. What's that? What is this? Oh, there's a snake. Now I know I can actually see there's a snake, but I'm pretty sure that, before that guy came in, I was getting like hit by the poltergeist shit that was going on in the room. So what is PDA, but could use some extra health right now, that's what I could use. Oh, there's some right here. This time I will take that, so each of those big green armor thingies, they actually replenish about 50 armor with each pickup. At least that's how it appears to me.
Warning.
Repair access
EV
kits.
laser active.
Oh boy. Baby. Yeah, I think I might be feeling a little bit too lightheaded, so I was thinking of keeping the stream going until like midnight, which is about an hour and a half from now, but oh fuck. have to do just one more half hour, because I don't know if I can take much of this right now. Might be at risk of falling asleep on streaming this time. Not even during a co-op one. Wouldn't that be the ultimate irony? And let's see here. This looks extremely fate tempting, so I will and so it is, but despite I realize that it's not really that risky given that you can just duck under that. But here, this is where you make quick saves. So. There we go. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a break from this one again so I can return to the classics. See, I'm fucking zoning out here periodically. Probably will have to cut this short before too long. Oh, my flashlight ran out. I keep forgetting that flashlight has limited duration in this. Oh, it doesn't seem to be too detrimental to my efforts to continue going forward, at least. They seem to be going pretty well so far. Oh shit. See, the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing these fat guys a lot of the time in like promo pictures from for this game back when it came out. Never actually played it until pretty recently, but I did remember a lot of gaming magazines of the time talking about it, Hellboy. So here's a question, do I want to bother going that way? A question I intend to answer with a little bit of time manipulation. Apparently the consequence for doing this might be worse. Okay, so this leads somewhere. And I guess I have to go there because of the fact that that triggers a cutscene, Hellboy. Maybe. Wait, what the fuck's this thing? I wasn't sure if I was going to get an answer, Hellboy. A bit spooky, but apparently they mostly die in one shotgun shot. But yeah, hold on. Before we bother going over there, I do want to know what happens if we just say fuck that to the fire. Like, is it even possible to do that? This way yet? I think I did. Seems oddly familiar. Maybe I'm just shouldn't be playing video games in this state of mind. Okay, now I came from the right, that's famous. So I have actually been here. There you go. Where am I going right now? I thought I was going to like try and find one of those lost things that shouldn't be returned immediately. I guess I am gonna. How combat did 51 damage. Did I die instantly from the explosion? Guess I'll just take that. Oh shit, there's another guy. Guess this is where they came from, alright. I'll take that and I guess all of the armor or health upgrades in this basically health by 25. Alright, so this time we're not going to be fighting these two heavy double things. I'm kind of wondering what they're supposed to be. I don't really remember anything with that kind of design. Unless they're something that's supposed to be self-information. Design completely, yes. I guess I can see these people doing that. Now what? Take a little crawling lesson here and there. Oh boy. Yeah, this might not be the best time to start zoning out because I gotta remember where the fuck each path goes. Right. Okay, there's another save. This might be my my cue to... Hey, you're supposed to be ending things off soon enough, or else you're gonna fall asleep on stream. Kind of deal, but perhaps there is more to it than that. Perhaps I am still rather annoyed by the fact that the flashlight or the battery life in the flashlight is so low. But now what? You know what, even though that pretty much is the end of the joke, since yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm saying anymore. I'm just gonna re-identify the place where all those barrels. So that's where I was supposed to go, so if I can see there. So, okay. I was wondering why that guy wasn't moving forward anymore. I think I found the reason why. There's gonna be, oh fuck, a floor of tiles that you can see a floor of tiles that all break as soon as I step on them, like in Super Metroid, but well, apparently that's only a partial truth. A partially meritorious suspicion. the chunky spaghetti sausages. Better look. Okay, we'll have a salad tonight. It's too bad we gotta stuff our face with rigatoni. And see, it's pretty much just waiting for like an accelerator, so hello. I don't see either. Accelerator transitions that I don't just abruptly end everything, but I don't know how wise that is. Out of control, you can't go there yet, look at that. I don't know what these fish are. It's supposed to be that thing from Cloverfield or like that. I know. Should probably step away from this place just in principle, and then I will I forgot that we picked up the Paul Simon's thing. I never actually checked it. I've been unable to find any problems with the network test view on your system. Everything checks out on our end. Checks out on our end. Other IT managers have reported similar infusions in their networks. Okay. Infusions or intrusions? Did I just misread that? No, intrusions. I thought we were like praising something that got installed. Email spam lately is getting out of control. The worst companies at Martian Body Place. Can't believe all the things they send me. I mean, apparently they actually also send you useful stuff, like cabinets full of stuff.
This is Paul Simon, security specialist in IT. Our network security has been breached several times over the last few days. Now, it looks like it may have been going on longer than that, but whoever did this really knew what they were doing. They covered the tracks really well. I just happened to notice some log anomalies, or it would still be going on. The intrusion came on an encrypted carrier signal from the Delta complex. They piggybacked the virus on one of the supercomputer requests, and it peeled itself from the data stream once it was inside our firewall. Someone on the inside there has to be responsible. Unfortunately, due to security in that complex, I can only tell it came from within Delta. There's no way to identify which machine or even which lab it came from. Whoever was in our system had access to all personal data, including medical reports. My team will be monitoring the network closely in the next few days, looking for anything unusual.
Alright then, also do not worry, I have not passed out completely yet, even though I can feel that moment coming on. With every passing second. Okay, I was going this way before. Hello, guy without a head. I will go off the jaw, thereby impairing you from pushing the brain that is stored in your jaw for basic motor functions.
Oh, he's startled me.
Oh, hello.
Man, am I ever glad to see you. I thought it was all alone.
Reitman?
It's a freaking spooky thing. The hydrogun's blown a few circuits. It was unstable. Be careful with that gun. A stray bullet into the glass shields could blow the whole air. I'm gonna try and get this thing stabilized. I'll head to the science office when I have this under control.
Oh yeah, hang on. Gotta go
If I
ahead
don't
and
get
go.
the hydrogun operating within acceptable levels, it could
Why do
blow.
I stand here? Okay, I get given immediately. I was wondering about that. But why do I want to go beyond it? This would appear to be what I want. Seems like a pretty hazardous kind of place to put that, don't you think? Oh boy, Bernie Lipsitz is PDA. Actually, was there another PDA that I completely forgot to check? Kylie Berger. Yeah. Or Kyle Berger, excuse me. Everything is going exceptionally well as we prepare the EPD for its next round of tests. Roy Patterson is setting up the baseline now, and we should be able to start testing it this afternoon. exciting Yolanda. Maintenance team has just finished cleaning the APD collection chamber. 14 collection counts and 5 trays have been replaced. And there's also an EPD accident audio log. Let's listen to
Audio
that.
log for Kyle Berger, research supervisor for the EPD program. The elemental phase deconstructor is fully operational. The research data we have gathered so far is very impressive. Unfortunately, we had a terrible accident last night. Research assistant Patterson was calibrating one of the core emitters in the chamber, and witnesses say he appeared to see something. It was like someone was talking to him, and he backfired into the particle beam. It was not a pretty sight, as it took off the backside of his hand. He lived a few minutes, although I'm not sure you consider that living. But they say his eyes rolled back and forth, and he was trying to talk, although after losing that much brain matter, I'm sure it was his reflex actions. Anyway, due to this, I have enacted new safety protocols in the lab, and we have stocked one of the storage cabinets with emergency medical supplies. The code for the cabinet is 752. End of line.
752. I don't know if we've come across that cabinet yet. So I think somebody's down there trying to attack us. Just very frustrated that we're not in their, not vulnerable to them yet. How's this guy surviving multiple shots and blast to the head? 752. Where did we even find that? Oh shit. No, shit. That was... wait, what? Okay, I do not know what just happened, but... apparently something big blew up and took me with it. Alright. Well, at least I don't really have to check the... stuff. And let's see, this time I will go this way first to confirm whether or not there's anything here. There doesn't seem to be. Guessing I actually came in through here. Yeah. Sense of orientation in this game is very terrible. I say I suspect I came in through here, but I actually have no idea. Oh shit. That's unfortunate. Playing the dancing drum song from Little Big Planet 1, it's working for some reason. Oh boy. I guess I will actually go through the door after all. Okay, that's the place where apparently something blew up and blew up massively. Okay. Was it that? Yeah, I think I shot one of those things by accident and that actually caused some giant explosion. I think I was wrong against that somehow. Let's move away from this place. Thank you for the cooperation. Let's not fight in here, probably a good idea. I keep hearing a sharp knocking noise somewhere behind me. Which certainly shouldn't exist, especially
for everyone.
considering that it's nearly 11 p.m.
Vital to human existence. As part of its ongoing
And yet,
for everyone.
continues to come through somehow. With an alarming sense of regularity. Alpha Red, okay. Can't go through there.
And hydrogen, cheaply and safely, without the need for large amounts of electricity.
Yeah, what a nice switch to this guy again. So we can check something. If I get a 5, yeah, that's the up front. I'm trying to just have that choice right now. This precise moment to fill with weapons. I wasn't actually able to back up there. That's why I wasn't doing that. Let's say unable to establish connection with primary interface. Missing offline. My favorite subscription internet service. Alright, let's see here. Are we about to exit to a different area? Yeah, to Alpha Labs 1. Oh no, to Alpha Labs 2 actually. And fittingly enough, it's very nearly 11.
Here at the UAC, we make...
And it is... shit. Give up. Okay. These guys are being spirited off by evil telekinetic forces and... that's like... circles contained. Need to be able to save things. Probably a good thing. If I were able to. Turbo Turkey Puncher 3, I guess that was a very popular piece of machinery here. Nabcon. So it's okay, it's 5 to... Sure, it's 4 to switch to this machine gun and it's 5 to switch to the actual chain gun. Chain gun, which I'm pretty sure I haven't found more ammo for at all. Yet. And which actually... might serve as a very, very awkwardly shoehorned in excuse for me to segue into the next thing I'm gonna say, which is, since I was kind of periodically, sort of, possibly in constant danger of passing out just a little bit ago. I'm probably gonna leave this as a good point to end things off for the time being. Let me see. To the game load game, so I'm guessing you can start a new game and not lose your old saves. I don't know why I thought that was gonna be a thing. And when I say why that was gonna be a thing, I mean only having one set of saves, I guess. Could have suspected that might be it, but maybe I was just referring to my experience with traditional Doom and the pretty limited number of saves that it supports. Speaking of traditional Doom, there's always an option, you know. now you have to actually... Oh, hey, it suddenly got heavy. You have to actually go into the game before you can exit out of the application completely. Isn't that a bit paradoxical? A bit counterintuitive, if you will. Oh boy. Well, hey, Kiss. What's going on? Fortunately, you might have made it here just in time for the end of the stream, since I'm very much in danger of passing out right now at this stage of things. At this point in time. So I'm pretty much acting on that. To say, probably a good time to walk away. But don't worry, I'll probably return very soon with more of this, hopefully at a reasonable enough hour that I don't end up being summoned away into the hellish hellscapes of sleep. And I'm actually able to get more done at a time. I would like that, but for now I must complete the slipping ritual so that I can summon Satan. So yeah. So I thank everybody for coming like always. Thanks for chatting. Always great whenever people chat. And you all take it easy. I will probably be coming back soonish, sometime over the course of the week. I would like, even though I'm not really too sure how things might proceed from here now, since I have to look for like basically a month's an internship soonish. And apparently the sooner the better. And I have no idea or any guarantee as to how that's gonna go over for me, but in theory it's gonna go over. And it will continue to go over probably for the rest of the year, so we'll see what the situation is once that actually comes to pass. But for the time being, I will say I probably will come back soonish with more Doom 3. And of course, co-op stuff on the weekend. I can't really imagine with anything that would put a detriment in that, unless there's like some really unusual developments, which I hope there aren't. But yeah, goodbye and all that. I will see you later, hopefully soonish, hopefully not too laterish. And it's so.